What are you drawing?
Apatosaurus, what you normally see at the museum.
An apatosaurus?
Yeah, just has bones.
Is it a Christmas apatosaurus or is it a...
It's a Christmas apatosaurus.
It's a Christmas apatosaurus. Do you mean an apatosaurus or do you mean a...
Apatosaurus has bones
Or
with a Christmas hat.
Or a brontosaurus.
Brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus, huh? Cool. When you draw like that, what do you draw first?
I normally start by the tail and then move up the body.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it might be easier for me.
Start with the tail, move up the body.
But normally with other dinosaurs, I'll start with the head and move down if they were not bones.
You don't just start with a general shape and then work your way to details?
No. Well, sometimes. Mostly it's in my spare times. The world's the longest dinosaurs in the universe.
Do what?
Yeah.
Apatosaurus isn't the longest dinosaur in the universe.
Tallest.
It's not the tallest dinosaur in the universe. Supersaurus is bigger. Ultrasaurus is bigger than that. Gigantosaurus is bigger than that.
Actually such thing as those dinosaurs?
Those are actual dinosaurs.
Why have I never heard their names?
You have.
From whom? I mean, there are two.
Diplodocus. Hell, Diplodocus was longer.
Yep. True. But mostly they were like the brachiosaurs were so tall.
Is that right?
Yeah, they were almost the same exact height, just 1 foot taller. 1 story actually. Like a 2-story house, 3-story house. But it was a 4. Saltosaurus is as big as the brachiosaurus.
What's big as a brachiosaurus?
A saltosaurus.
A saltosaurus? What about a pepperosaurus?
There's no such thing.
There's an asaltosaurus.
An asaltosaurus.
A salt and pepper. Or maybe it's a batterysaurus. I don't know. You always hear about assault and battery.
But mostly I'm just inspired of where I'm going tomorrow for my field trip.
Are you going on a field trip tomorrow?
Yeah, museum.
To the Museum of Natural History. To the Science Museum. They don't call it a Museum of Natural History here. They call it a Science Museum. Hey, Pamela.
So you're already filming.
I like it when I have you out here because then I can let them focus on you while I set everything up. Whee!
Can I borrow an eraser?
Do I have an eraser? Is that what I do? There should be one laying around there somewhere. There's the kneaded eraser there in that tin. And then there's a right here's a nylon eraser.
There it is.
What are we going to do a show about tonight?
Dinosaurs.
I love dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are so much fun.
I know, right?
I'm not going to do a show about dinosaurs. I'm going to do a show about Christmas ranting.
Hold on. I'm not done with his head.
Are you done with his head yet?
Hold on, I'm adding something.
Are we? Why aren't
Done.
we? Hey, but he's got a Christmas hat on.
As soon as you say Christmas, I'm just like, hold on, I didn't add something.
That's funny. You put a Christmas hat on.
Yeah. I bet that's what all the dinosaurs are going to be wearing in the museum.
I bet that's what happened to all the dinosaurs.
They all got extinct by Christmas?
Maybe. Pamela, I don't have an easel from you. guess the night is still young. All right. So, hello, people. Welcome to this week's episode of the Artistic Biker Live. How long has it been? We haven't had a show. We haven't had a show.
Forever.
We haven't had a show since before Thanksgiving. The last show we did was Hide the Turkey.
Skin Wars.
This is from Skin Wars. I don't know if you watch Skin Wars or not. My family's kind of addicted to Skin Wars, and one of the challenges in Skin Wars, it's body paint, where they have to the artists have to paint the people up to look like different things, and there's always one challenge where they have to hide the model, and it'd be some sexy model. Hey Terry, it'll be some sexy model, and they have to hide her against the background. Like one time they were in a toy store, and so the artist had to match the colors and the shapes of the shelving and the toys on the shelf, and hide the model in the toy store. So I took that idea from Skin Wars, and I hid the turkey, because every year at Thanksgiving we like to play hide the turkey because the turkey doesn't want to be eaten. So I painted my turkey to match the brick wall behind him so he'd blend in. Anyway, it was fun for me. I don't know how much y'all enjoyed it, but I had a good time. There might have been rum in my coffee. So anyway, that's how long it's been since we've had a show. Because I got sick, then I was out of town, and then my daughter had a thing. So is that 3 weeks? How long? I don't know. Did we actually miss 3 weeks?
There's strings to hold them up.
No, we only missed. Yeah, I guess we only missed the 29th last week. But then it just seems like, no, we missed it because the 22nd was Thanksgiving. So we haven't had a show since the 15th of February. 3 weeks. Crazy. That's crazy.
I got all the strings up.
Why are there strings?
To keep the dinosaur bone,
oh, because it's suspended from the ceiling?
Yeah.
Instead of being wired together on a welded frame?
Oh.
No, I like him suspended from the ceiling, because then he's like a marionette. And you can,
like,
and you can have him like, doop doop doop, I'm dinosaur, doop 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 doop. Anyway. So anyway, this week is the 6th. Tonight is the 6th of December, and the ranting has already started. It's already started on Facebook. You'll see them. They can't just be happy that it's a holiday season. They got to complain about how somebody else is celebrating it. That just drives me nuts. It's happy holidays. It's Merry Christmas. It's not happy holidays. I can't have a good holiday. I got to have a Merry Christmas. Anyway, it just drives me nuts the way people go on about that. So I thought I'd journal about it a little bit. So here we go. I'm going to turn the page and get started. So I'll start by telling you a story, a couple of stories, because that's what I do. I tell stories. We paint and tell stories. I drink and I know things. So a couple of years ago, and I think I told this story lately. A couple of years ago, I was working at a place in Surreal, Oklahoma, and we had a salesman come by, a vendor. He came by pretty frequently. Senior, he's upper 70s, if not lower 80s. He's an older guy, and he was mad. I mean, he was livid because he went someplace and they said Happy Holidays to him. They didn't say Merry Christmas. They said Happy Holidays, and it made him so angry. You say Merry Christmas, you don't say, and he talked like that. You say Merry Christmas, you don't say Happy Holidays. It's not Happy Holidays. Jesus is the reason for the season. You don't say Happy Holidays. You say Merry Christmas. You're just trying to take the Christmas out of the season. That's all you're trying to do. And he said, that guy at the Walmart's, he said Happy Holidays. And I just turned around and I said, screw you. I thought, well, that's a pretty Christian attitude you got there, buddy. You can't be happy that somebody was wishing you a good time, or that somebody was wishing you a happy season. you got to get mad because he didn't wish you a happy season the way you wanted to be told. Anyway, he was mad. I mean, livid, and it became kind of a running gag. It became kind of a running gag around our shop that whenever somebody said Happy Holidays, what they were really saying was screw you. And so we joked about that forever. Still do it when I see those guys. I'll say Happy Holidays, and it's not very nice. we still joke about it that way. Then fast forward a couple of years later, my ex-wife, who has never said anything nice to me since our divorce, I was able to help her with some insurance questions on the kids, and we were talking in text message because I don't talk to her face to face, but we were talking because I'm smart like that. If I see her walking across the street, I don't walk on the same side of the street as her. Anyway, so at the end of all of it, she sends me a text message and she says, "Thank you. Stay warm." Now it's January. It was cold season. It's January. It's cold season, and she said, "Stay warm." And I was shocked because she said something nice to me because it's cold outside, and she was suggesting that I stay safe and warm, and I thought, well, that just can't be right. And so I realized later, we were all talking about it there at the shop, because all these things happen at the shop. We were all talking about it, and we came to the conclusion that stay warm must be go to blazes. H-E double hockey sticks. And so from that point on, we would look at each other and we'd say, "Happy Holidays, stay warm." That's been a running gag forever. To this day, I will send an email to somebody when they are being hateful to me, and I will end it with "Happy Holidays, stay warm." It's Houston. Everybody's warm all the time. That's a bold choice for those bones, kiddo.
It's in the soup.
And it just adheres to each individual bone. That's awesome. No, you be you. You do you, boo. He's in a Santa suit. I'm in.
With elf boots.
With elf boots. Elf ear boots. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. While the merry bells are ringing. And the timber singing. Nobody cared when Andy Williams sang that song. Nobody got mad at Andy Williams. There's a Pink Panther Christmas episode where they sing Jolly Holidays, Jolly Holidays, Jolly Holidays, Merry Christmas time. Jolly Holidays, Happy Holidays. Nobody got mad at them over it. Nobody thought, well, that's just hateful. I can't believe they do that. They take in the baby Jesus out of the holiday. That's not what they're doing. They're wishing you well, and you're being mad about being wished well. Somebody walk in the Walmart and see a banner hanging up at the Walmart, at the Walmarts, big banner, Happy Holidays. They'll take a picture of it and they'll rant. Oh, boom, they'll just rant because Walmart said Happy Holidays. Walmart didn't say Merry Christmas. Walmart said Happy Holidays. And I'm just going to boycott Walmart. I'm not going back to the Walmarts because they won't say Merry Christmas. They say Happy Holidays. Well, I did some math because that's something I'm wont to do. I did some math, and there are, at my Walmart, there are, what, 4 entrances? 4 entrances at my Walmart. There's a banner hanging at each entrance. And if you figure each one of those banners costs at least $200, if you figure each one of those banners costs at least $200 at 4 entrances, that's $800. That's $800 per store. Now, there's 6,300 stores. That's $5 million. That's quick math for you. 6,300 stores times $800 is $5 million. That means if they did a banner for Halloween, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah,
Happy Hanukkah,
Christmas, and New Year's, that'd be $30 million. $30 million. Can you imagine? Can you imagine having to explain to your shareholders why you spent $30 million? That's just the price of the banner. That doesn't include the hangers, the labor of the guys putting it up there, any safety issues when somebody falls and gets hurt. That doesn't include anything except the banner. $30 million worth of banners. Or they can put up a banner that says Happy Holidays and save $25 million. Hi, Carol. If they put up a banner that says Happy Holidays, they shave 5 other holidays out of the budget. And they save the shareholders $30 million. That's a lot of money. How long do you think it'd take to count to 30 million?
About 1 hour?
I think you'd have to count to 100,000 every day.
Yep.
How many seconds are in a minute? 60 seconds in a minute? 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24. So what is that? 6 times 6 is 36, so 3,600 seconds in an hour times 24. 3,600 times 10 is 36,000. 72,000. Almost 100,000. Almost 100,000 seconds in a day. I think it's 144,000 seconds in a day. 144,000 seconds in a day. You would have to count every second of every day for a whole year. How far would that get you? That gets you to 1 million? That's a lot of seconds. That's a lot of counting.
Wrong thing.
That's a lot of numbers.
Got the wrong color of paint.
You got the wrong color of paint.
Yeah, it was about to go for blue instead of yellow.
30 million.
And then I also almost dipped a pencil into it.
Almost dipped a pencil in the what?
The paint. That would have been bad.
So they saved the shareholders $30 million.
Can I borrow a piece of paper like that?
Do you have a piece of paper like that?
No.
Do I have a piece of paper like that?
Yeah.
That's my piece of paper. I take these. This is Hobby Lobby sells reams of paper for acrylic. They call it acrylic media paper. I think it's just heavy cardstock, but anyway, it works great for making these little pallets like
Can I borrow
this.
some yellow?
Why are you taking all my stuff? Where's your yellow?
It won't open.
Take my stuff. Take my stuff. Starting to look like Starry Night. This looks like something Van Gogh would paint.
Me?
Me. Can't talk, Harding.
Agreed.
And then I saw a sign. I love this one. I saw one on Facebook. It was about how the Christmas trees. The guy had Christmas trees for sale, and he had a sign out there that says "Christmas trees for Christians only." Because only Christians are allowed to buy your pagan Christmas, your pagan traditions. Oh my goodness. When you start looking at the source of some of these traditions, and you realize that the tradition is way older than the holiday that you're celebrating. Jesus was born, what, 2,000 years ago? And the tree tradition goes back some 5,000 years?
Yeah. I guess so, because dinosaurs decorated.
Did dinosaurs decorate their Christmas trees?
Yeah.
That's good information to have.
I'm just adding light shines everywhere. And the more I add lights, the more bright the brachiosaurus is.
I heard that brachiosauruses weren't very bright.
That's true because they were extinct. But the more lights that they put on at the museum, they actually get a little bit lighter.
I thought it was because they were all girls.
They weren't girls!
We call you bright. We call you son because of how bright you are. Don't let your sister do that. She'll get so mad. Nuts in this world. Carol says there's nuts in this world. There's so many nuts in this world.
Yeah, true.
I can't get over how upset people get because somebody didn't wish them. Somebody didn't wish them well the right way. That just shocks me. You'd rather be mad than just say thank you and move on.
Hey.
That just shocks me. I mean, if you're Christian and you come up to me and you say Merry Christmas, I'm going to say thank you. If you're Jewish and you come up to me and you say Happy Hanukkah, I'm going to say thank you. If you come up to me and you say, I don't think you say Merry Kwanzaa. Do you say Merry Kwanzaa? I don't know. If you come up to me and say Merry Kwanzaa, I'm going to say thank you.
Well, Kwanzaa is after Christmas.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea what Kwanzaa is.
Wink, wink, yes you
No, I don't. If you come up to me and you say Happy Saturnalia, I'm going to say thank you.
Sorry.
If you come up to me and say Happy Solstice, I'm going to say thank you. If you come up to me and say Blessed be, I'm going to say thank you. Whee! Can you hear Mom? My wife, my beautiful young bride's in there. It's kind of chilly outside and she's letting the dogs out and I can hear her out there yelling at the dogs. Get in this house! She doesn't talk like that. She only talks like that when I make fun of her.
Or when she's talking when we're doing our Western project for the art.
No, she only talks like that when I make fun of her. She never really talks. She never really talks like that. Ooh. You guys are watching him. Look at that. Nobody even said, "Hey, what are you doing over there with your camera?" Nobody even said, "Hey, what's going on with your side of the camera?" I must have made everybody angry.
I'm sorry I'm boring.
You're not boring. But I had the camera on you and we're all watching you. I'm just over here painting away. I know, I was enjoying watching the kiddo. That's what I was doing, was trying to figure out what he was doing with that Santa suit. He's putting, are those comets? What are those? Are those lights?
Yeah.
Those are the lights at the museum. That's what Terry said. I was just watching him paint. I was too, Terry.
That's a big painting brush.
It's about to flip out on the paper if I'm not careful. You done?
Yeah.
This is where I went wrong a while ago. I changed cameras while I was drying my background.
And I just finished the stand.
So that's his Apatosaurus, his Santasaurus. Santapatosaurus. Santapatosaurus. They're not puppet strings, Carol. They're the strings that hold the bones up off the floor. We were joking about it being puppet strings a while ago. Terry said you did an awesome job.
Thank you, Terry.
Are you done?
I just got to add together.
Okay.
After I wipe off all this extra black. That didn't come off in the water.
Terry says it's a Santasaurus. I don't know, is it a Santasaurus or a Santapatosaurus?
Santasaurus.
Santapatosaurus.
Santasaurus. Santasaurus.
See there?
I see there. Werewolf.
Werewolf. There, castle. Wait. Watch this. Happy holidays. Stay warm. She knows.
Mommy, can you take this and you kill Joe?
In a minute. Do you want a quesadilla? What do you want? I like a chocolate. I'm making hard shells too.
Oh, I thought you went to DoorDash. That makes sense.
What? Right now?
No, when I'm promised.
Huh?
Never mind.
I'm making.
Mommy!
I know you can't. You're a fabulous cook.
I don't know if I'm actually on camera, but hello, wherever
That
you
camera
are.
right there.
He's the sweetest boy ever!
Here, hey, no. I got one job.
Well, I
Yeah,
was
from there.
holding on to him.
Carol says, I bet that took a lot of material to make that suit.
Which suit?
The Santa suit.
Oh.
Yes, it did.
It did.
Took a lot of string.
There's the finished product.
String.
See the buckle? Point to the buckle on his belt.
You gotta clean that up just a little bit.
Carol says, hi, Art Mom.
Hiya.
Yellow.
Oh, please don't get acrylic on your coat for school.
I won't.
Okay,
But
I have
I think
the
it's working.
quesadillas are cooking.
Here, let me go wash off
Un
my hands.
momento, porte door.
Porty door.
Porte door!
Call me in this time.
What?
Call me whenever you know when.
I don't know what you're saying.
Go. Never mind. I'll come after I'm done washing my hands.
So, they've all written their letters to Santa. My 13-year-old daughter has written her letter to Santa. My 8-year-old son has written his letter to Santa. I'll tell you a funny story. We have to be careful. Let me know if somebody walks in. Maybe I better not tell this story. So, you know what? Maybe I better not tell this story.
What door? What story?
Story I was going to tell
What was it about?
about you and your sister.
Tell.
No, sorry,
Why?
because I don't want to now.
Because I'm in here.
That's right. Because you're in here.
Fine, I'll leave and then you can tell the story.
Fine, leave, and then I'll tell my story.
What?
What? Shut the door. I don't know if he's still in here or not. I probably shouldn't tell the story. So, several years ago, my daughter, girl 2, she comes to me and she says, Daddy, do you believe in Santa Claus? I said, of course I believe in Santa Claus. She said, do you believe in the Tooth Fairy? I said, of course I believe in the Tooth Fairy. She says, well, Sarah says there's no such thing. She says, and this is blasphemous as far as I'm concerned. Sarah says there's no such thing. She says it's just her mom. I said, that's ridiculous. Sarah's mom's never been to my house. She doesn't even know where we live. How can Sarah's mom be Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus? Yeah, okay. And then we never had another conversation about it. Never came up again. Never came up again. I need to draw that spot right there. Not me. I wouldn't fib to Santa. Santa knows better. I'm at an age now where I appreciate cold. It's an expensive gift. Keeps your whole house warm. See, the yellow is not opaque, but the white is kind of opaque, and not when it mixes with the yellow. And so, you gotta kind of do that in layers. hate like a snake. There ain't nothing getting past a snake. There we go. I like that. Kind of looks like it's shining at you. Except for this. This shouldn't come to such an abrupt end. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Quit messing with that. Dry it. That's the biggest problem. Carol just hit on a nut. Just hit a nail on the head right there. As an adult, the biggest problem we have is all throughout the year. If I want something and we can afford it, I buy it. If my wife wants something and we can afford it, she buys it. If my older kids want something and they can afford it, they buy it. It doesn't leave a whole lot of room for Amazon. You know, at some point around October, you need to quit buying stuff and you need to start putting it on a wish list and making the wish list public. Let your kids see what it is. Y'all remember when the Sears catalog, when the Sears Christmas book would come out? My granny would get that Sears Christmas book, and I'd be at her house, and boom, I'd set that book down on the floor, and I'd lay down, and I'd have a 7-Up, and I'd sit there with a straw in my 7-Up and a marker, and I mean, I think that book came out in August. I don't know how early that book came out, but I think it came out pretty early. And I'd lay there on her living room floor with a bottle of 7-Up and a crayon. And she's the one. She taught me how to mark pages. You circle the item that you want. She taught me to circle the item that you want and then fold the page down. Circle all the items, only that corner. Circle all the items and then fold that corner down and then turn the page. Circle all the items and then fold that page. And then circle all the items and then fold that corner. That way it was always that corner that was folded, so you always knew which page it was supposed to be. And then all the things you wanted on there were circled. And then she had lots of stuff to choose from. And then she would make me make a Christmas list, and from the Christmas list, then we would have from the Christmas list we would have that would shorten what I was supposed to get, right? So here's all the things in the book, because in the Sears Christmas book, there might be 120 things in there that I would circle because I was a kid. But then just say, okay, now you need to write your letter to Santa, and don't be greedy. You just need to ask for 3 to 5 things. And so you go through there and you have to really think about which 3 to 5 things you want on there from Santa. Out of the hundreds that you circled, you got to really, really think about which ones you really wanted from Santa. And then Santa would only bring you 1 or 2 out of the 3 to 5 that you asked for. Santa would only bring you 1 or 2. And my parents and grandparents had the tradition that Santa didn't bring you toys that had to be put together. Santa didn't bring you toys that were made in China. Santa brought you handmade toys. Santa brought you like hand-carved wooden blocks. Santa didn't bring you the stuff that you could flip over and see that it was made in China. When Santa started doing that, I don't know. But it wasn't with my parents, when I was little. I don't know when Santa started bringing stuff from China. Anyway, let's stop for a second. Let's do what's on your easel. I lost the boy. I almost circled the entire book, Terry. Oh, Carol, I'm sorry. My eyes are squinting. I almost circled the entire book. Okay, let's see here. This is what's on your easel. What's on your easel? What's on your easel? What's on your easel today? Alright, so this is from Terry from November 20th, so it's a long ways back. Let's see if it'll even still pull up. You'd think I'd already had it pulled up. That would have been the smart thing to do. Ooh, pretty! Look, oh, it's so pretty. Look at this. Oil pastels. It's a butterfly. Look how pretty that is. Terry, are you left-handed? I notice it's on the left-hand side of your journal. Are you left-handed? That's cool. That's pretty. I like the patterns and everything. Oil pastels and spackle. FW inks. I don't know what FW inks are. Links. And then it won't update that way. My email is messed up. My email client won't just pull up emails. I've got to go in and get them someplace else. Then I can go back and pull them up in a way that makes sense. Here we go. Okay, and so three pictures here, two-sided greeting card and the envelope, watercolor with ink, glitter, and pen and washi tape. So this is from Pamela. How big is that? There's the envelope. There's the picture before she colored it. Terry is not left-handed. She said no. And then there's the finished product. Nice, Pamela. And then, currently waiting on my easel will be a small watercolor of my granddaughter going out to do chores in her night shift. I'm sure that's a long coat. And there's some gremlin or something following her. No, that's a dog. I know what that is. Excuse me. I love the spurs on her boots. Do you see the spurs on her boots? I love the spurs on her boots. Oh, that's the other side. Oh, okay. And then reference photo. This is the reference photo. Yeah, she is a long coat. And there's another dog. She doesn't have spurs on her boots though. She should have spurs on her boots. I like that you added spurs. She's cute. And so that's what Pamela had. And that's what Terry had. And that's all that anybody sent to me. So now I'm going to show you. I have not done much of anything. Matter of fact, I never got past the second layer on my pea pod. I've never gone past the second layer on my pea pod. So my pea pod's still sitting here waiting to be finished. I don't think that, matter of fact, I think I showed you the miniature. I think I showed this one to you already, the jacks on the Mini, and I haven't done anything else. The only other thing that I've done is my faces. I've started doing faces at night again, and I don't see where I put that sketch pad. Did I leave it in there on the kitchen counter?
No, I brought it into there.
Well, yeah, but I carried it around. Did I leave it in there on the kitchen counter? Will you go look and see if it's on the island? I thought that I brought it out here, but I make the mistake of carrying it around while I was doing stuff, and I may have left it in there on the island because I don't see it here anywhere. which doesn't necessarily mean anything. There's really no telling what I had done with it. Yep, sure enough, left it in the kitchen. So I mean, I really have not done much of anything. I've been kind of a slug. Let's see. So this was November 25th. November 26th. November 27th.
November 28th.
No, actually, I think we skipped a few days. We did do the 28th. And then we skip a few days to December 4th. And if anybody knows how to draw a tongue with a fountain pen and make it look like a tongue and not just like the mouth is open, I'm interested in lessons. So anyway, that's all I've done. I really have not done anything else. I've signed up for some other online stuff. I joined an online community called Line of Action that has slideshows for practice sessions. But honestly, I haven't even been to figure drawing in a couple of weeks because things just haven't worked out for me. Anyway, that's it. That's what's on my easel. That's what's on your easel. If you'd like to be a part of what's on your easel, simply send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com with the subject line easel. You're moving around and it's making the light change. With the subject line easel, and we will use your works to inspire other people to do works, because that's what this is all about. So that said, this is not quite dry. We're going to dry this just a little bit, and we'll take a little break, and we'll be right back. It's not true. We're not going anywhere. It's just something we say for the YouTube. Carol says, I have done nothing but make Christmas cards for almost 2 weeks. Carol, why didn't you send us pictures of your Christmas cards? I'd love to see your Christmas cards. No, Pamela, that's a bee that I started painting last summer. Actually, yeah, I started painting that bee last summer. And the bee and I are not getting along. So I've already whitewashed it to start over. There's some things about it that I like, and there's some things about it that I don't like, but the bee and I we're having words. But I had to, that's what was under the candlestick. I had to send the candlestick off to a friend, so I have not started a new painting. But I need to start a new painting. I just need to be able to get to my garage, and I think we're going to do that before very long. So, okay, back to what we were doing. I think we were painting is what we were doing, right?
I wasn't here.
You weren't here.
I went inside.
I went inside. Alright. Let's whip us up just a little bit of... Carol says she'll do that for next week. 4 different styles. What do I smell? Is that your mom cooking? Okay, as long as it's not something burning.
Is this burnt?
No.
What's this burnt?
That sounded wrong. That sounded like I was saying your mom's burning food. I don't really want you to do that while I'm doing this.
What's her?
Ooh. There we go. Mix up a little indigo because black is boring.
Sorry. Indigo.
Even the time of year.
Jingle bells, Batman smells.
Hey, hey, Batman doesn't smell.
True that.
I want to be Batman when I grow up.
I'm sorry.
But even the time of year.
Batman doesn't smell. Robin laid an egg.
You crazy kid.
Batman. I said Batman doesn't smell.
I heard you.
Robin laid an egg. Batmobile lost its wheel and Joker got away. Hey, jingle bells. Batman doesn't smell. Robin laid an egg. Batmobile.
You make it hard to think.
And the Joker did ballet. Dancing through the snow.
So we do Christmas. Hey. So we do Christmas in the winter solstice. Because there were so many pagan gods that were celebrated that time of year. But there were supposed to be shepherds watching their sheep. And the only reason shepherds watch their sheep at night out in the field is when they're lambing. And they only do that in the spring. And then we get mad because somebody said happy holidays. Because they didn't say we wish you well the way we thought they should. They didn't say nice things to you in the way that you thought they should have said nice things to you. And we get mad at them. Instead of just saying, thank you.
Dad, dinner's ready.
Thank you. I love it when people say nice things to me.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
No, Carol, they only watch the night. Sheep will come in at night. They can come into the pen at night. The only reason they wander around in the fields at night is when they're lambing. But even still, it still goes back to the point. We get mad at them. We're mad because somebody said happy holidays instead of what we thought they should say to us. And instead we should just say thank you. Thank you for thinking about me. Thank you for your kindness. Just thank you. Break up that hillside a little bit. Sorry, can't talk already. That's exactly right, Pamela French. That's exactly right. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Well, Merry Christmas. That's exactly right. I wish you and your family well, too. Peace and love be with you. Joy to the world. Dang, now I'm going to be singing that song. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth redeem her King. Let every heart prepare Him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. He rules the world. And nations prove glory beyond His righteousness and wonders of His love. There you go. I don't care what they say, as long as they say it nicely. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. How are we doing on time? Good Lord, it's already 7:30. Well, I like that. What do you think about that? That looks pretty good. Look at it without the glare. Oh wait, I painted the glare. You can't look at it without the glare. Yeah, I like that. I think we're just about done. I've ranted about all I want to. The only thing I wanted to get across was that when somebody wishes you well, just accept it in the spirit in which it was given. Just thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. Happy holidays to you too. Tidings and blessings to you and all yours. See, big part of me just wants to write happy holidays down here on the bottom. Alright. I'm going to dry that one more time. going to apply a little bit of clear gloss on top of it. Everybody put your masks on. You gotta make sure that you're wearing a mask when you do this, because the fumes will make you sick. Alright, what that gloss will do for us is it'll keep that paint, because it's student grade paint, it'll keep that student grade paint from dulling over time. And we don't care if the rest of the star is dull. We just don't want this to dull, we don't want this to dull, and we don't want this to dull. So I just mainly hit those things. So that's it. I said what I wanted to say. I painted what I wanted to paint. It's a short show. Dee Dee goes on for 4 hours. I don't know how Dee Dee goes on for 4 hours. I could probably go on for 4 hours. But not tonight. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. You know I look forward to this every week rather. It's my favorite night of the week when I get to art with my besties, especially when we get to actually do it. What's the calendar look like? Let's see. Next week's the 13th. And I believe that my little girl has a performance on the 13th. So either I'll probably, if I'm there, I'll broadcast from there. I'll just live cast the whole thing to Facebook. And then on the 20th, we'll probably have a show on the 20th and the 27th. But I don't know what we'll do, because that's my I don't have a clue what we're gonna do. It's my dad's birthday. We might do a birthday card from my dad. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I look forward to it every week. Be sure and tune in week after next, the 20th, same Artistic Biker time, same Artistic Biker channel. And then we dance. And we dance. We dance until somebody says they see me dancing, because that's how we know that the lag is caught up. And as soon as the lag is caught up, we know that everybody's seen and heard everything that I wanted to say. Be sure and send your easels into blade@artisticbiker.com with the subject line easel, so that we can share your work with other people and we can use your works to inspire other people. I see people saying good night. I see people saying goodbye and dancing. Peace out, everybody. Mwah.